Hello, everybody.
Hi, I'm wearing the same clothes that I wore, not in the Jeff episode, but the episode before.
It's okay. Everything's fine. I
Yeah.
would say there's another black shirt that's different.
Should I change?
You see, no, it's fine. But
Remember when we did transitions? That would have been a good bit.
I did change shirts. All right. So,
Oh yeah, roll the dice
let's
first.
roll the dice, and then we'll try these.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that worked better.
I've gotten so good at that, like hitting the die to get a bigger number.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah,
But that's still good.
Yeah.
Right, 18, 15?
Yeah, I'll
Hell yeah.
take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is. So your drink is a version of my drink.
With no allergy things in it?
No. Well, yes.
What?
You can drink it. There's no allergies in it.
It smells like something. I can't put my mind to what it is. But you know when you smell...
Pineapple.
It
Lime.
It reminds me of the wax candle in my room. Yeah.
Okay.
Not the one in there currently. The marshmallow one I had. That doesn't smell like marshmallows.
Well, what that is so mine is the Pastor Taco cocktail. Mine has... I haven't tried yours yet.
That's
so
good as fuck.
It's good as fuck?
Yeah.
So yours... Ooh, okay. So mine is the... I went to the place to get the Pastor, right? To get the meat, and I told you about the process. I wanted to just take the meat and put that through the tequila and whiskey mix and put that in the flavor, and then add the other stuff also, like the onion and pineapple. But when I got there and I bought the meat, it also came with the pineapple and the onion because it was already like a pre-chopped mix kind of thing. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just threw that in there. So the first mix was that. The second one, I realized the first time I used too much tequila, so I used equal parts of the corn mellow whiskey and a not very smoky tequila, Tres Agaves. It's very good. I use that, so equal parts of that, and then like 50 grams. It's 200 grams total of the liquors together. So I used like 50 grams worth of agave syrup with the 100 grams worth of the meat, and then just cooked it for like a couple hours in the sous vide and filtered it out, and then that's what this is. Yours is equal parts of the tequila and the whiskey with a chunk of pineapple in it, and also lime juice is in it, used to milk to curdle the milk and stuff when I milk punched it to get the fat out. And then yours is just the whiskey, the tequila, the lime juice, agave, and pineapple, and I shook it and then poured it out. Mine is just stirred because it's already mixed and all that stuff.
It's damn good, man. Yeah.
I'm glad. This is actually... I wish you could try it. I feel like you might be able to try it, but I'm not sure, so we can't risk it.
No, I've told you this. Chrissy is not happy about this idea, but our friend Shay is very into the idea where I'm like, I just want to pick a day. Just have the allergy meals and the allergy foods and just fucking deal with it. So they made the joke because they're allergic to a lot of the same shit I'm allergic to, like red wines and shit like that.
Okay.
And everybody that was at the house was drinking wine, and me and Shay are just sitting there like, must be nice. And then they were like, you know what would be real fun one day? And I was like,
Yeah.
it's like, I want to do this. And they're like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll pick a random day. You can have onion rings. I'll have this. You can have wine. I'll have wine. And I was like, I want to do this so bad. And Chrissy's like, no, don't fucking do that. That's so dumb. And I was like, yeah, but I'll be okay.
I mean, here's the things. I feel like what you do is essentially you plan that you guys are going to do that, but you're also going to take a Benadryl right before you start eating. So you guys are on a time lapse. It's like, all right, we got like 4 hours, so we're going to pass out with Benadryl.
I would have to do like Excedrin and anti-nausea and stuff too, because the onions, like, it literally makes my eyes swell up, and it's like the worst pain ever. Like,
so then you just you get all, dang it, you just get all the extra drugs.
Yeah.
And
I'll just date a nurse again.
But here's the thing: is like I want to be there for it.
Oh, you would have to, man.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
I have to be there. It's gonna be like, look, I'm there for you, bro. Like when you start to continue to swell up when you're passed out from the Benadryl, I'm gonna be the one that picks you up and chucks you in the car.
Takes you to the hospital.
Me and Melissa are gonna be laughing and be like, I mean, we knew it was coming, and then we're gonna take it to the hospital, and we're just gonna tell them that like, someone put onions in a food.
No, tell them what I did. Just tell them. I will live with it. And they would be like, that is the dumbest thing in the world. Why would you do that? And then when I come back, like, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I used to be medical too. And then they'll be like, so you know this was a dumb idea. And I'll be like, yeah, but I really wanted some fucking onion rings.
I'm like, I have not been able to really have them. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it now while I'm young and I know I can recuperate.
They're literally my favorite fucking food, man. Like,
I actually was telling my mom this today. So I swung by my mom's to print off my printer's shit. So I swung by to print off.
I was gonna say,
it's not shit. It's
I have my printer. I can print shit off for you.
The ink is clogged kind of thing because I don't print enough. So I just need to get it really cleaned and put a different thing in there. Anyways, so I swung by and was catching up. And I was telling her about this cocktail and how I wanted to make you one, but I couldn't because they'd already pre-mixed it, and I wasn't gonna like.
it wouldn't work.
Also, I wouldn't have enough.
Yeah,
they didn't give. I asked for more, and then they gave me a smaller container. I was like, "What the fuck? I wanted more than that." But anyway, because if I had more, I would have gone through the process of just picking out the meat for you.
It wouldn't have helped because it seeps in.
The meat, just the meat, no onions.
The onions and stuff were already in the container. Yeah, I wouldn't even chance it. Like, because it's sitting in there, so it's seeping into the food. Like, I'll sometimes marinate with onions, but I'm like, even then, like, I can feel the little migraines, so I don't chance it.
Well, anyways, I was going to do that, but I was telling my mom that you can't have onions even though you love them. She's like, well, wait, when did this happen? When did he find out he's allergic to onions?
I found out in high school.
See, I said, like, I figured he was, like, young and figured it out or something, and then I told her that, but I was like, but, like, you've had times where I know specifically at Jimmy John's, you said the one time where they, like, made you a sandwich, didn't know you didn't eat onions, you ate it.
Dude, that sandwich slapped. I still remember that sandwich. I was, like, halfway through and was like, why the fuck is it so good this time? What did they do, dude? And then I, like, took one bite and was like, oh, fuck, it's onions.
That's the thing. It's literally what I told her. I was like, you took like a couple bites and you're like, why is this so good? And then you looked and you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
hey,
dude,
guys, I have to go home.
I took more than a couple bites.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, whatever. I was like, you ate enough that you were like, oh, shit. Hey, guys, I'm going home. And then she was just like, that sucks.
Dude, it's awful. But yeah, I found out in high school, man. It was, I don't remember if it was like my first ever date. Because, you know, high school, like, the dates are, you know, like, they're small. Like, I don't remember the first one. Plus, we had been, like, official for a while before we actually went on, like, dates.
That's fair.
But yeah, we went to Red Robin's. I think it was Red Robin. Yeah, because they had, you know, they have the bottomless steak fries.
Yeah.
They had bottomless onion rings, and, like, they brought out the onion tower for you, and I had, like, 2 or 3 of those, and, dude, I threw up all over her dad's truck, fucking passed out in her basement. I asked her dad for, like, some pain meds, and, like, I didn't know I was allergic to onions. I was just like, I get migraines a lot, like, I'm getting one now, like, do you have any, like, pain meds? And then I'll nap for a couple hours, and then if you could drive me home after. He's like, yeah, that's fine. And he gave me a pain med, and I thought it was Excedrin. My girlfriend thought it was Excedrin. The mom thought it was Excedrin. It was a fucking Darvocet, dude.
Oh.
Dude, I slept for like 18 hours.
And he was just like, and then they were like, why do you have...
Yeah. Dude, my
That's
parents,
wild.
like, my parents were mad about it. My mom will tell you nowadays, she's like, oh yeah, like, I knew you were allergic to onions when you were like 6. And I was like, no.
Because, see, I think that's what happens. I think I remember probably talking to your mom about it.
She lying.
When I'm
calling you out, Mom. Dad, you can say it's melodrama, but I'm calling you out. If Mom knew I was allergic to onions since I was 6, then why did every fucking meal have onions in it, Dad?
Yeah, I was like, hey, as we talked, this was the brunch after your wedding.
After my wedding.
Sorry. Wrong wedding. My wedding. After my wedding, before you could show up, they I was talking to them. I think we talked about like how I like try to make sure to tell people you can't have onions and things, and then when you're like, I can't have, you're like, please no onions, and then that's all you say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
So nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, he's allergic to onions, and they're like, oh, okay, got it. That's different. And they write, and I see them actively write down allergic, and I'm like, it matters.
I will say I've gotten better at it because between you, Melissa, Chrissy, and Chloe, like, you guys always yell at people for me. So now I'm like, I've started doing it when I go out with you guys. I'll be like, hey, I'm allergic to onions. And I'm like trying to get there before you guys get there. Because like I can see the server getting startled when you guys come in. But I've been doing it at McDonald's now. Where like every time I've gone for lunch, I'm like, no onions on that. I'm very allergic. Please no onions on that. But I'm super nice about it. Whereas you guys are just like, no onions.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's fair. Well, most of that's because you just talk and you go, please no onions on that. And then we're like, he's allergic. Because you're like, you never mentioned it. So you're like, no. You have to make that part clear. The allergic part is different than I just don't like them.
That's the thing, too. Because everyone's like, oh, you're a picky eater. I'm like, no, I fucking love onions. Love them.
Dude, I get it. It sucks because I love onions. Like, we're talking about onion rings, and I'm like, God damn it.
I know, right?
Like, I haven't been to Burger King in quite a while.
Their onion rings are good.
They are pretty good if you get them fresh, but like you probably get them fresh because no one ever orders them, so you have to order them. But like, I've been trying to stay away from McDonald's and all that shit, not very successfully, but I got it today.
So did I. Dude, I've gotten it many times in the past month.
The problem, it's so convenient now. They have like on the app, it's really cheap. So I'm like, I got it today just because I was leaving here around like noon to go to my mom's to get the tax shit, and I knew I was going to be there and out for a bit, and I wasn't going to be able to eat lunch. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I could have eaten before, but. Yeah.
I've been getting home like late as fuck.
Yeah, you have a real excuse.
Dude, I even like, it's not even just the days we record the podcast that I get home late, because like I have Pathfinder on Mondays, so like I get home right when Pathfinder starts. So I'm like, by the time that's done, I don't really want to go make a lunch.
Yeah.
And then Tuesdays and Thursdays when we record, when I get home, I'm like, I really don't want to make a lunch. And then Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those days I'm like, I have nothing going on after this. I might as well stay late and get some money. And then I get home at like 8 or 9, and I'm like,
I don't want to
make a lunch.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's also the fact that like you said, like even if you wanted like meal prep to make some lunches, you don't have. There's 3 of you guys living there. Even if you guys were like trying, it'd be almost impossible to make that much space.
Yeah, that the if I do have a free day to like meal prep, which would probably be like Wednesday or Friday, I do think they work those days, so the kitchen would be open for just me. But it's like they also work 2 jobs, and they're working all the time, so like there's always like dishes that need to be done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't mind doing them. I love doing them, but I'm also like, I don't want to do all the dishes and then meal prep and then do all the dishes again, you know?
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah, I feel you on that, dude. I get it.
Yeah. So McDonald's it is right now. You know, I'm making enough money to where I can get McDonald's every fucking day, but tummy.
Yeah, your biometric gut biome. That's it. Gut biome, is getting it.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Is for me now is I'm too addicted to, like I'm
all
like
the things you do.
Yeah,
when you're going down on me in between the sheets, with all the sounds you make, with every breath you take. It's unlike anything.
Anyways,
you're loving me. I could have kept going. I was like, how do I know the lyrics?
I don't remember them, but I just like. The problem is it's my guilty pleasure. Like we mostly eat pretty clean all the time, so like I just have that. I have that clean. I have that like urge for absolute garbage, and I'm like, all right, well I should just go get it, and then.
It's also like I have like a rule that I'm realizing right now. Anytime I have like more than an hour and a half of driving in a day, I'm like, oh, I'm allowed.
That's fair. That's a lot of
it's like
driving.
road trip rules where I'm like, oh yeah, this is a road trip. I'm allowed. Like, so anytime I would go to or from Canada, I would always stop and get like a burger or something. And now I have a 45-minute commute to work and a 45-minute commute back from work, and then an hour drive to here. So I'm like, yeah I'm allowed.
I mean, the problem is too is it's not like you work 10 hours.
Yeah.
Most days. It's not like you work 8 hours and you had those extra 2 hours to be home or whatever. It's you're working 10 hours and then you have an hour and a half commute both ways.
It's like a minimum 10 hours every day.
Yeah.
Which is good money. Don't get me wrong. My paycheck this week is going to cover my bills for this entire month.
Perfect.
And most of next month. Actually, no. I paid all my bills last paycheck, so this paycheck will cover all the bills for next month. And it's the middle of March.
Perfect. I mean, and that's it. Like,
and these are weekly checks, by the way, so I will work 12 hours every day for a while.
I mean, that's the thing is like once you get cracking into that, you're all those overtime hours really make up for it. But then you're like, dude, I'm tired. Yeah. And then you gained like 35 pounds.
You didn't.
I don't see anything.
It's there.
I'm Stevie Wonder, baby.
I see it every time we swap the camera. I know.
It's okay.
I'll lose it in the summer. Or I won't. I don't really care right now.
Yeah. It's different. You'll get there. Honestly, part of that too is also it's the winter when you're in the plant and it's hot, you automatically lose weight. So
it's also like right now, like I am like kicking ass at work, but I'm doing like small parts. I'm not doing like the big doors. Once I get back to that, then I heard a weird noise. Sorry.
Yeah. Once you get to that though, you get to you'll lose weight. I'll do the same thing. As soon as it gets hot, I'll start pumping out weight. And then also the thing is like from what I understand too, like I think they might call the 90 days thing on us again. I don't know when they would 100% because everything is so wonky that we're and that's a very, very, very nice way of putting it. I mean, I'm technically laid off this entire week because they need to make repairs to trucks during my shift. Anyways,
I'm not laid off right now.
Yeah. Well, we found out on Friday they were going to do it because they have a lot of repairs. I won't say the number and stuff, but
I will telepathically tell you the numbers right now. You listening? I'm putting it out there. You can hear it. What is it? Okay, I'm putting it out there. It's a big number, yeah? Mm-hmm. It's like the answer to life times. Well, I won't tell you how much it's times, but you know what it is. Someone's going to comment and be like, I heard it. I'm going to be like, you're right.
Yep. So, yeah, it's crazy. So we're off for that, and then I'm off next week because I go to Florida to visit the in-laws, and I'm like very, very excited about that, dude. But either way, they're talking about they moved our shutdown for them to like finish doing building lines and stuff like that to May now from March. It was supposed to technically be next week.
Yeah. Well, they're pushing a lot of shit back everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere's getting pushed shit back. So we did that, and then I'm gonna be. They might move that again, but like we were hearing that it might happen once we get back, so to catch up.
Gotcha.
But and so there's part of me that's like I don't want to do it because that sucks, but because 90 days straight it's so hard.
Yeah.
Also, it would get into the way of our already planned trip. True. Anyways, but I want to.
I was.
It would also be like, hey, I'm making like enough money to,
Yeah.
Because they'd be again 90 days. I think it would be the equivalent of 90 hours
a week.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because 8 hours a day, and then it'd be. So that's 40, and then it'd be.
You're doing
15
7 days straight.
Yeah, so then it'd be 15. I'm bad at math.
Mm-hmm.
Then it'd be 15. Or sorry, it'd be 16 or.
It's 56 hours a week.
Yep, 56 hours, and then.
I feel like
75.
I'm like judging you a little right now. I'm looking at you like.
Fine.
But I'm just actually trying to calculate it because you said 90 hours a week.
I don't remember. It's not 90.
Yeah,
it's
not.
90.
I was like, bro, I'm working like 10 to 12, and I'm not hitting 90 right now.
So yeah, it's not 90. It's no, it's like 70 or something. 75. Sorry, 70 is 70 hours a week or whatever. No, more than that because Sundays are double time. Automatically. So it'd be like that's 16 hours.
Dude, do you remember that week? I think I told you about it. I took 3 days off. So I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I took off Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. No? What was it? I gave myself like a 3 or 4 day weekend. But it's
68 hours.
68, you got to bump an hour in there, man.
I know.
That's what I shot for last week, and then somehow I hit like 76, and I was like, what happened?
Someone was like, no, we're not.
I wanted 69, and I somehow did like 7 more hours.
Someone gave you the nice bump.
Yeah.
They were like, I see what you did. Nice.
But dude, that was last week was like, it was the week where I hit like, I could just keep working. And it was also nice because the original project manager, he went on vacation, so he came back last week. He was in the meeting I was in yesterday. And everyone's like, what the fuck's going on with Dimensional? Like, I just got there. People are coming at me like, what the fuck have you been doing since June? And I was like, I didn't even work here in June.
I've been in Canada.
Yeah. But he came back, and we were in the meeting yesterday, and my boss is in that meeting too. And my boss has been a little iffy with me on a few things. But he's sitting there. He's like, yeah, Andrew is like the best Dimensional guy we've gotten. When Sheer gets back, them two together, they're going to kick some fucking ass. He's like, I'm still panicking because we got 3 weeks to get this done. But he's like, yeah, Andrew's like, he's worked through lunch. I think Friday he took his lunch at 4:00. Like, he's kicking ass over here. And I'm like, someone recognizes the pain I'm in.
That's phenomenal.
They're supportive.
Like, that's great. That's literally that's the make or break for a job. Is like, do I have actual support or not?
Yeah, and he's like, it's no fault on any of the other support guys that are there, but he's actually like in meetings been like, Andrew needs to get this done. I don't give a fuck if you have to sit on your ass over there on a table, but you're going to sit here, and if something goes wrong and you're the one that fixes it, you're going to fix it so Andrew can run. And I'm like, thank you. Because usually I have to sit there and wait like 2 hours for somebody to show up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's nice. And like I said, it's shitty, but it's a fun puzzle to figure out, you know. And I told you the combinations for
yeah.
2.5 million different variations, and I have to get them all set dimensionally. How?
Good luck.
It's close. It's close.
It's close. Well, in other news, yesterday was the first day of NFL free agency.
Nice. Sports.
I felt like it was a great transition.
Yeah.
No,
I almost made a very bad joke there.
No, basically a lot of shit happened. A lot of people got Buffalo Bills let go a fuckload of stars because they have a lot of salary cap space to make, so they couldn't afford them all, so they were like, yeah, you gotta go. So they let a bunch of them go, and a lot of other players, and Kirk Cousins from Minnesota signed with the Atlanta Falcons for $118 million. Yeah. He just tore his Achilles last year. Yeah, but before that, he's phenomenal also. But regardless. So, yeah, he's going there. We signed a couple players that aren't super amazing, but they're great players and should produce, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. And then, a lot. I mean, Derrick Henry, he's one of the best running backs in the entire league. He's like 6'2" or something like that, and he's just like a Hulk.
How tall are you?
5'11".
Okay, I knew you were a little taller than me, but I didn't know if you were at 6 foot or below.
5'11". Yeah. I'm technically right below.
That's all right.
Yeah, so
you're 71 inches tall.
If only I was 2 inches shorter.
I'm 2 inches shorter.
Nice.
That's the only reason I knew how tall you were in inches.
You're actually not wrong. But no, he signed with the Baltimore Ravens today, which is really, really, really stupid. Is because he's really good. He's really, really good. And Lamar Jackson, who's the quarterback for the Ravens, is also really, really good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the Ravens were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they just added a better running back who's like a superstar of his own right.
They're trying to get that Super Bowl, baby.
Yep. And then Philadelphia got Saquon Barkley, who's the superstar running back from New York. And it was the only superstar on that team, essentially. And then the Giants, not Jets. And then DeAndre Swift from the Philadelphia Eagles went to the Bears, who's
Da
also
Bears.
Da Bears. He's a really good player. I don't know. There's I could go on. There's a lot of players that moved a lot of teams.
Yeah.
And it's still going on. I think the Wings are still doing good.
Da Wings.
Da Wings. They're doing good.
Their Wings.
I think the Pistons still suck ass. Oh,
yeah, unfortunately.
So this is actually pretty funny. Apparently, the general manager for the Pistons got into it with a fan in the stands.
Oh shit!
About something. I think he was yelling at. He was, being a fan, just yelling something at him like that, and he got mad and was like yelling back at him. And I didn't get to watch the video. But they have like a short exchange, and then like he tries to kick him out or whatever, and he's like, "You suck at your job," and then he kind of just like shuts up and just keeps telling them to kick him out, and it's like, ooh,
like this is a dumb transition on my part, but I
go for it.
I want you and all of you watching to watch one of my favorite shows ever. It's on Apple TV. It's Ted Lasso. If you know me, I can show you where to watch it so you're not supporting Apple. But it's such a good show. And you reminded me there's a scene where one of the players he doesn't fully come out, but one of the other players, like, I can't remember how, but finds out that he's gay. And then in one of the games they're playing, one of the fans is just yelling, and he's like, "You fucking F word." And then the captain, who found out that one of the players was gay, just flipped out and like started running up the stands and was gonna beat his ass. And then he got kicked from the game, and everyone was like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's like, "Well, somebody here might be gay, and like, that's fucked up." And like, then the whole team had a heart to heart. It's such a good fucking show. And that's my transition. I want everybody to watch that show. You might cry a little during it, because I did. There's some
soccer.
There's some very sad stuff in there, but it's so fucking good, man.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard nothing but great things about that show. We just don't watch. I gotta watch it. I should watch it because
I will give you my Apple login information. The username is piracy, and the password is theft.
That's hilarious.
No, I'll give you my login though, so you can watch it.
I honestly, we might even have it actually, but
it's we'll so fucking good though.
But it's we'll have to. We got to catch up on a couple things. I gotta watch Avatar still. I haven't
the live action. I haven't yet. I'm a huge Avatar fan. I'm willing to give it a chance. I hated Korra when it came out, but I rewatched it. I rewatched it recently, within the last 2 years, and was like, God, this show is amazing.
Yeah, like it really wasn't bad.
Yeah, I rewatched it when we lived at Melissa's house.
Okay,
yeah. So within the last few years, yeah.
See, I liked it from the beginning. I did think it was a little iffy in certain spots.
Yeah,
I could, but it was. And the thing was, I could see where they were like trying, especially early on. It was like you could see where they were trying to like, all right, we have to keep some of the elements of the first show, but we need to introduce new ones. And it's always a rough patch of starting the new sequel.
Yeah,
you know,
I didn't like it at first. Because, I was like, fucking Aang, dude. He's the fucking Avatar. But then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh, yeah, like, the Avatars, like, the issues that they have in their life are the opposite of the previous life. Like, yeah, they still got to save the world and shit, but, like, Aang was all the spiritual shit, and he was good at that, but he wasn't too great at all the other stuff. And then Korra was, like, a little better at the physical ailments, but then they still had to hit her with some of that shit and like the emotional baggage and stuff. I'm gonna go on a rant, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
like I fucking love Korra.
Agreed. I need to really like actually finish the show. I think I watched most of it. I may have finished it. I think I finished it. But
I think for a while there, the last season wasn't available on like anything except for you had to have Amazon Prime, and then you had to get the Nickelodeon add-on, and then I think you had to pay for the last episode of the last season.
Got it. So so I probably haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So
it's really fucking good.
Got it. So I need to like actually finish that, but like I haven't watched the regular full show since my last house before Melissa, because I had it on my old computer and I watched the full series on my old computer, and then we started dating like probably maybe like a year or two after that. But
and you pulled an Aang and you were like, why would I sacrifice everything for power when I could have Katara? But Katara was Melissa.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm going to give it all up.
I'm going to give up everything.
I did it all for the Nookie.
Yeah, she would appreciate that joke.
She would.
Yeah,
But,
I've been there, buddy.
But no, I just regardless, I was like, I should actually let her watch the show because she'd appreciate
She hasn't
it.
seen it.
No, she hasn't seen almost anything because her parents were not the kind of people that watched any of that stuff, and neither were any of her friends. They didn't watch, and she didn't watch anything as a child. So she did, but
she just sat in a room.
yeah. She did nothing.
That explains.
She ran into walls. No, I'm
explains
kidding.
a lot.
No, she didn't. No, she would just, I mean, she just read books sometimes. She would play sports and she watched stuff, but she wasn't watching like Harry Potter or Pokemon or any. She watched Disney Channel.
What's weird is I watch a lot more of that stuff now that I'm older. Like when I was younger, like I watched like the bigger animes.
Yeah.
You know, back when you didn't have streaming service, and it was like Bleach season 3 episode 2 part 1 of 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I used to watch some of that stuff. I remember like staying up till like 1 in the morning on high school nights when I wasn't supposed to stay up that late just so I could watch Case Closed.
Oh, fucking God.
The anime.
Yeah, the Sherlock Holmes type deal where he becomes a kid.
Yeah.
They made a new movie.
I used to stay up late just so I could hopefully watch that, and sometimes it wasn't on. I'd be like, fuck,
so
and I just
good.
turn it off. But like, yeah, I would sometimes like if I couldn't get to sleep, that was one of the shows. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna stay up and I'm gonna watch that.
I was
Zoids.
Zoids was hype. God, I remember the name of the anime. Sorry, I was blanking. I only remembered the last part because the anime is S-Cry Edie. And like, I don't remember what it's about. I want to rewatch it soon. I just remember a dude had like weird balls in his arm. But there's a rap song. It's Anime and Chardonnay, and like it starts out with the ara ara thing, like, which is like one of my favorite phrases. But then he starts like listing off anime he's watching. He's like, you know, like the song is like, it's a lazy Sunday, like we just fucked. We're gonna hang out, watch anime, and drink Chardonnay.
Yeah.
And there's a part at the very beginning where like he goes S-Cry Edie, and I'm like, I have to watch that again. The only reason I picked up on that line, bless you, was because of my last name.
Yeah.
And like, I'll send you that song too. You might like it. What's his name? Charlie Curtis? I don't know. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where we were. Anime.
Anyways, so like we were just talking about like animes and shit. So like, I should show her that. I personally should watch Zoids because I want to find the original. The not the original. It's technically the remake, but it's the first Zoids I watched.
Probably the first one I watched. Toonami.
Yeah, and then I watched the prequels of like when the Zoids started.
Yeah.
And that was really cool too. The blue one.
Yeah.
But I watched the white one first, and I want to watch that again. So I'm kind of like, all right, I should find it and watch season 1 beginning, and then just like go from there.
That's why I watched the new Voltron while I was in Canada.
Yeah.
And I will say, it's really good after season 5. Like, I watched the whole thing and I was like, this is so fucking boring. It's so stupid. Was it too much
setup?
It was way too much setup. And then I want to say it was like, it had to have been like some execs that were like trying to make it like a very kid friendly, like first season of Avatar. Like the voice actor for Sokka's in it.
Okay.
But then like season 5, shit pops off. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, if somebody could condense the first 4 seasons
to 1,
to like 1, oh,
1.5.
But I watched through all that, really fucking good. But Zoids was the reason I hopped over to Voltron, because I was like, I can't find Zoids anywhere. Like, I don't really like, I don't like mech animes very much. But yeah, season 5 through 8 of Voltron, superb.
See, so recently, I would love to like start watching Zoids if I can find it.
I'll find it.
I was kind of just starting to look it up, but I want to try and find Zoids and watch it, and then also, I've been playing Pokemon on my Switch, but not any of the games. I've been playing Pokemon the trading card game
on the Switch.
So they have it on the emulators. They have
no shit. Even with the gyms or not gyms like the Pokemon gyms, but like the tokens and shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Where you have to play with an energy cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm playing with that. So it's like, I have one more badge to go, but it's really fun.
Okay.
But like, yeah, they have it on the emulator. So on the emulator, they have that one on there. They have they don't have any like red, blue, or whatever. Like they have a trading card game, but then they also have Pokemon on the 64 emulator. They have both Pokemon stadiums.
Nice. Do they have is there a GameCube emulator on there yet?
I don't think so yet. There might be. I didn't look.
Okay.
But there is. So, like, there's also Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. On the Game Boy emulator, they have Link to the Past.
Nice.
They have
that on my... I don't have that on my phone, Nintendo.
They have a bunch of... So, they have a bunch of games. They also have Star Trek. Or not Star Trek. Star Fox. Quite a few old school games that like I've been fucking around playing. So I would love to like throw Zoids on in the background or like Avatar and just like play that while I'm watching it in the background again.
I have Chrissy gave me her Oculus.
Yeah.
And I haven't hooked it up yet. But there is I don't remember the name of it, but there's an app on there where it emulates a room from like the 90s with the CRT TV. You can have a PlayStation emulator, an N64 emulator, Super Nintendo, like all the old consoles, and like it's virtual reality. You can actually play like the games while looking at a CRT TV, and like I just want to hook that up.
That'd be fun as fuck.
And, like sit in my room and just fucking play Wind Waker on the old GameCube, you know.
Yeah, so I need to finish Breath of the Wild and then also play the new one. Eventually, I'll get there. Another decade.
I gotta get a Switch because the new Paper Mario comes out soon. I really want to play that.
I'll have to, or I'll snag it and you come over and we play that.
We could, yeah.
We'll play guys' night. We'll just play Paper Mario.
Dude, it's so fun.
I'm down. We'll set it up right here.
Getting back to the anime, there's one really sad moment we got to talk about, bud.
Yeah.
The news dropped while we were recording the Jeff episode.
Actually,
which is so wild.
So rest in peace. Sorry, I'm terrible at his name.
Akira Toriyama.
Yes, Akira Toriyama. It's
Like
creator of Dragon Ball.
Dude, that one hit.
That sucks. It really does, because that is like, holy shit, like that is the movie of our childhood.
Yeah.
The show of our childhood. The movies, shows, like they had everything.
Dude,
that
video games.
Oh my god, the first Dragon Ball Z video game on PlayStation 2.
That,
or sorry,
dude.
The one on PlayStation 2, right?
Well, the first Dragon Ball Z video game was on PlayStation 1.
So
but it didn't get released in the US, So the Budokai Tenkaichi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
But even just then, dude, like I know you don't play a lot of JRPGs, but like Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, like there would be no Pokemon without Dragon Quest.
No.
Like, dude.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. It really sucks because like he wasn't that old.
He's only like 60.
Yeah,
60
like
something.
he had a lot more to go.
Yeah.
So like It's sad, and we have to say rest in peace to him before we sign off. But, yeah.
Do you want to kill that?
Was that?
Do you want to kill that?
Sure. But thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We love you guys. Have a great week. Next week. Well, I don't know. Are we recording Thursday?
As long as I don't get fucked.
We'll see. We'll see. Might talk about Florida, might not. Bye, guys.
Oh, wait. I got to put my hand over there. Bye.